Round one.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's Arnell Dice Grinders. We got another treat for you. We have Jay-Z, Silver Fox Craps, in the house. He's going to be doing his 2025 Craps Nation International Shooter of the Year rolls for his first round qualifier. How you doing, Jay-Z? Welcome.
I'm good, Arnell. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. You've been a big help. You and John.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Anything to help out the community. So it looks like we got a few people in the chat. If any of you can throw out a couple of dice sets so we can verify Jay-Z's dice there, I'll go ahead and put them out front. We got a good view of his table. All right, we got Brian Hawaii Crap Shooters out there. Looks like he's asking for a 1-4-4-1 set. All right, 1 and a 4. If you can just turn those to the side so we can see the other 4 and 1 numbers.
Okay, away from me.
Yep.
Hey.
There you go. All right, perfect. Looks good. We can do one more. John's got a 6-5-5-4. All right, and just a quarter turn those. All right. 6-5-5-4 looks good. And we'll just quickly acknowledge some people that's out in the chat watching you. Looks like your buddy John's out there. GT500 says hello. We got
Isn't he shooting next?
yeah, he'll be shooting at 5 p.m. So if you have like a monster roll, his will be coming up a little late. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we got Elise out there. Craps Meow says good luck. We got James. That's a lightning shooter. Says good luck. All right. Tito's out there. Welcome. Again, Brian Hawaii Crap Shooters. And we got a Patty. Green, white, and rolled from across the pond. Welcome.
Hi, buddy Patty.
All right. John said, let's go, old man.
He always says that. When they picked me up at the nursing home to take me to the casino for the night.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
All right. So this is the first round qualifier. You have 3 tosses, and your highest toss will be the one that's counted. And I think I told you earlier, the bar is kind of low, so as long as you make it past 3 rolls on any one of your 3 rolls, you should be good.
Wow.
All right. So whenever you're ready, take your time and I'll
roll.
Yeah. And I think we agreed you'll move the dice back to where
Yeah.
you set them.
Into the stick. Don't grab them.
Yep, that's correct.
It's been a year since I used the stick. The last time I used that stick was during this. It was during the shooter contest.
Oh, okay.
I'm just so used to leaning on. It gives me a stretching exercise. 628.
All right, we have a point. It's a 6-2. And just drag it over there and confirm it. Yes.
You good?
Yep. All good.
Okay. I know I'll screw up something before we're done. Dice. Another dice. Three. To keep me on the outside numbers, hopefully. Four, 1, 5.
All right. 4-1 confirmed.
Yeah, let's see. Whoa. 4, 1, 5 again.
Yep. 4-1 confirmed.
Oh man, I'm getting a lot of energy. That's a 4, 2, 6.
All right. 4-2 confirmed.
I keep dumping the dice. I'll find it. Ah, 5, 2, 7.
5-2. All right.
Yeah.
Your first roll is a 5 roller. And whenever you're ready, we can start up your second roll.
Okay. That's a little better. 2, 1, 3.
All right. 1, 2, 3. This is a come out roll.
Roll extender, as Brian would say. That's better. 6, 1, 7.
All right. Still come out roll. 6-1 confirmed.
This is nice not having to punch anything into the computer or move bets around. We'll take 3s and 7s all day in this. 5-3-8.
All right, 5-3 confirmed. That's going to be your point.
Again. Again. There's a hard 8. Buckshot.
All right, 4-4 confirmed. And that is a frontline winner. Good job.
See if I can get some roll extenders. All right, now they're dropping in there. 6-2-8.
All right, 6-2 confirmed. 8 is the point again.
Again, isn't that 3/8 in a row of points?
Yep.
Mm. There's a 5-6 yo.
Yep. 6-5. Midmo Yo confirmed.
Throws are looking better now. 4-6-10. Straight in, straight out.
All right. 4-6 confirmed.
Three, 1, 4.
All right. Sister number 314 confirmed.
Oh, you sucker. Did you see that? Oh, 5-2-7.
5-2.
One dice almost landed right. Well, I wonder what would happen if dice ever did that on the table.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the other die and rolled back over.
No, it landed right on top of it, and then it flipped over.
Oh,
What
it
if
landed on
stayed-
top?
Yeah, what if it stayed like that? What would they call in the casino?
Well, I've seen it happen twice. The same shooter, same roll, landed on top of each other, they stopped the game for 15 minutes each, and then the pit boss finally said no roll on each of them.
Okay.
So why even wait 15 minutes if you know you're going to call it a no roll?
I was just wondering what would happen, 'cause
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
But Alfredo mentioned he's been at the casino where they actually called it a roll. So they took the top die off, and whatever was on
Right.
top, call it. So
Well, those are your only two choices.
yeah. So it looks like your caddy's here, Cadillac Jack.
Oh, good. All right, we're gonna throw our number. Then this
Just in time for your last roll. Frank P's out there says hello.
Okay. So that would be a 4-6, 5-3.
All right, whenever you're ready for your third roll.
That was a good toss. 6, 4, 10.
All right. It's a 6-4, confirmed. 10 is your point.
In the corner. 6-1-7.
6-1.
Bitch. I suck. Oh well.
All right. So your first roll was a 5. Your second roll was 9. And your third roll was a 2. But I'll enter that in. You're definitely moving on, so
That's surprising.
this is a 5. Oh, not supposed to enter it there. Five, 9, and 2. All right, I can show you what you're ranked at here.
Well,
All right.
note to caddy. The dice that didn't work this time.
So it looks like you're in 21, or nope, 19. 19 is the rank, is it what it looks like? Is where you're currently at, so not too bad, not too bad. We got a couple more shooters coming up. It's going to be John within a half hour. And then later on tonight, I'll be hosting Scott Wattage Live Craps. So,
Yeah, cool.
so how did that feel? Were you disappointed in your roles, or?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I've been good all week. And then Friday started a little bit of a slump. Carried into Saturday. I didn't throw good last night at the casino. I had one good roll. But it was all the Randys that were hitting stuff. I mean, every other throw was off the table
Yeah.
or up the rack or up on top of the chips in front of the box fan.
So do you actually
What?
bet on the Randys, or just ones you know, or pretty cautious?
I'll 2 or 3 bets on them. the 6 and 8, $30 each. And if the point's a 5 or 9, then I'll put $30 behind the pass line, $15. Although it was a $25 table last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that sounds like similar to what I would do too, than on the Randy's.
And then when they started throwing, I made 2 collects. Then I started pressing shit. Then I get stupid. But it paid off last night.
That's because we want those monster rolls.
Of course.
or at least the repeater numbers and go to town. Yeah.
I mean, the guy you stand there and say, this guy never throws more than 3 or 4 rolls. And all of a sudden he's up in the teens, So.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they get scared to bet, especially if they're down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that a lot at the tables. So they miss out on those long rolls that they could have made it all back and things like that.
Yeah, but when do you jump in?
That's the trick.
After the guys hit 4 inside numbers and all that paid, do you jump in then? Because
Yeah.
I've tried that, and it doesn't work either. Because by the time you jump in and you collect maybe half of what you put out there, then he sevens out.
Yeah.
So,
There's no guarantees with the game, that's for sure. It can happen after, like that. The point or, they can
That's why
get on the monster roll.
I just start from the beginning and, play the same thing because you never know what the hell's going to come from anybody. And not a single ATS was made last night.
Yeah, I believe it.
Calls. I can't tell you how many times it was the 2 or the 12.
Yeah.
And a lot of times the 2 and 12 for the all that the guy needed.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
One time it was a 9 for the tall, and I laid it for 75, and I collected 50 on it. So.
Oh, there you go. What did you have on the ATS? Like 5s?
555.
Yeah.
It's 555 in the ATS, so I laid the 9 for 75, guaranteed $50.
Yeah, that's usually what I'll do. I mean, before I used to not lay the first side when it's like, they're only got one number. But if it's like somebody, like a Randy or somebody you don't know, then it's like for sure just lay it, get something to make sure you're gonna get money back. Either way.
All right. Now, are you gonna for John's throw? Are you gonna start another?
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's
session?
it's gonna be a new one. So he'll be jumping on. His starts in exactly 30 minutes. So, John, you set up your table and shooting today? Yep. That's what Cadillac Jack is asking.
It's up now.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so I don't think I've gotten a chance to play with you yet. I might have missed you. I know I've been at a couple of big AZs, but usually I don't stay, too long. But hopefully we get to play one of these days.
Yeah, you're one of the few guys I haven't shared the table with.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, that I'd like to, at least play on the table a few times or
I
once.
don't even know where you live.
What's that?
I don't even know where you live. Ohio or somewhere?
Somewhere. I'm in Illinois. So
Illinois. Okay.
Yeah, suburb of Chicago. So if you ever play in town, for Illinois casinos, let me know.
Yeah. The only time I've been in Chicago is at the airport.
Yeah.
Waiting to swap planes.
Well, they got a nice airport or a nice casino that's pretty close to the airport there. It's Rivers Casino, so they got 6 tables, and it's always packed.
Well,
and they run them all 6 tables the whole weekend. So I was just there Friday for an event, but of course, I don't really like playing the tables when they're packed like that. So it's pretty easy for me to walk by.
Yeah, they had two tables last night at my casino. One was 15, one was 25. 25, my stick one left was wide open. So I went
Yeah.
right over there. What's the difference in $10 on the pass line? And I don't make any $1 bets in the center, so
Sure. Yeah, because 25, if you're on a $25 table, yeah, anything in the middle, they usually want nickels.
oh yeah, nickel or better.
Yeah.
That'd be at least $5 in the center stuff. So
Yeah, I've been on some tables where they were 15 and they still wanted nickels in the center because they don't want to mess around with the $1 chips all over the place.
why not blame them? When
Yeah.
you get a lot of people starting to hop this for dollar, hop that for dollar, then the next guy does the same. Next guy does the same thing. 15 minutes between shooters by the time they get it all set. And if it happens to hit, geez, now they
easily.
got to figure it out. And another 15 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
They-
definitely slowed down quite a bit. You know, the game for sure, especially on a packed table and everybody's betting everything.
Well, yeah.
You know, God forbid
yeah.
it's a hard way, and then you know they gotta pay the place bets, they gotta pay the hard ways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the hard way, too.
yeah, takes all the time. Now what kills it is if somebody rolls a 7 and they got ATS or repeater bets and they have to clear it all out and then go around and get everybody's bet again.
Yeah.
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 That's why the trick is try to make it as easy as possible. I always like hedge, you know, mine usually, or if I'm betting on somebody else, I'll hedge it, and it's always like a push. So it's like, you know,
Right.
I don't want it to be all complicated. Just get it done and move on.
Yeah, I do the same thing. On the quarter table, I'll play on the come out. I'll play a $5 seat,
Yep.
and that covers me. You know, if it's a $15 table, I'll play a $5 world bet and a dollar ace deuce,
Yeah.
and I make money on those bets when they're hitting.
Oh yeah. I've seen it happen.
Yeah,
Especially when people are getting those roll extenders. It's like, wow. They hit it and then they press everything up that they had out there, and then all of a sudden somebody hits it again and you're like, holy moly.
yeah, like
I mean, it's good for them, they're making money, but it's like, you know,
yeah.
you see
I come
the
out 7 in a row.
you see the other half of the table not making any money yet. Yeah. Interesting
What do you-
stuff. So where do you normally play at? Like Atlantic City?
No, 10.6 miles down the highway, Springfield, MGM, Western Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Do you ever meet up with
So-
those guys when they're playing out in Atlantic City?
Yeah, I've been down there with Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps and met Lou and Clay and who else showed up? Potter showed up. Who else showed up? Dice Degen
Yeah.
and there were a couple others that I can't remember names. But
Yeah.
Jeff took me on a guided tour of Atlantic City in his vehicle. He's telling me about everything.
Nice. Yeah, Atlantic City's definitely like changed, for sure,
Yeah,
from
oh,
when I
yeah.
first went out there. But
Now, have you ever been to the Indian casinos we have here in Connecticut?
that I have not.
Foxwoods and Mohegan Sun.
Yeah.
Monster casinos. Monster casinos.
Hmm.
They're huge.
And they don't. Do those ones have like the annies or vigs you got to pay up front?
Some do, some don't. Usually they collect the vig at the end. If you hit, my casino up here does that with the vig at the end. You don't pay it up front.
Okay. But I mean, do you have to pay an ante for like your pass line bets or the come out roll?
It's either $15 or $25. That's the going rate here. The Encore Casino in Boston, they're 25 and 50. Twin Rivers, which is in Rhode Island, which is closest to John, GT 500, because he lives in Worcester. It's like straight south of him. I think 45 minutes, and for me, it's about an hour and 15 minutes from my house here to the Twin Rivers. But that's in Rhode Island. That place is, well, they got, I think, 3 or 4 craps tables there.
Okay.
Two or three are always going, and it's the same thing, either 15 or 25. You know, they'll have one table or 2 tables at 15, another table at 25. And it's the same. Mohegan Sun, I think they got 12, 15 craps tables.
Wow.
Foxwoods has the same.
But do they have all of them going, like on the weekend?
These places, you step out of the gaming part of the casino and say, I want to get something to eat. Let's go down to Planet Hollywood. All right, you actually have to take an electric golf cart taxi because it's over half a mile away. And it's indoor. You're indoor the whole time. That's how big these places are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, oh, wow. You if you haven't seen it, you should go take a visit. I think you'd be amazed at just the sheer size of them.
Yeah, one of these days. We definitely want to play anywhere that's got a craps table. Now, are the tables like hard or are they bouncy? Semi-bouncy?
Foxwoods is medium bouncy, and Mohegan, since they redid them, is semi-bouncy or semi-hard. You know, not hard, but not bouncy, or a little bit better than midway bouncy.
Like a fair,
You know,
like they're a fair bounce.
Without throwing the dice with your throw and watching what it does, it's hard to describe it. So, but they're like I said, they're really interesting places, and there's a lot to do there and a lot to see.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think they
definitely
got
have to check those out one of these days.
If you ever go down that way, let me know, because that's only an hour ride for me.
Oh, there you go. Will do. So are you retired now then, or you're still working?
I've been retired for over 15 years now.
Oh, yeah. Well, then you got plenty of time.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. I'm trying to keep up on the maintenance and stuff on my house here.
Yeah.
It's a huge house. It's a big house. That's why my craps table's on the 3rd floor.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's really big. If you got 3 floors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
And it's just my wife and 2 dogs here, so.
Cool. All right. Well, I better jump off. You know, thanks for doing your rolls. I know I think today's like the cutoff for getting the tourney rolls in. And I need to jump off and get John ready here. He'll be shooting, so hopefully you watch his and see
that's
how
all
he
I'm gonna
rolls.
do. Hopefully he does better than me.
You never know. All right, Jay-Z.
Yeah. I know.
We're
All
gonna
right, thank you very much.
take off and yeah, glad to host you and see you on the next round.
All right, buddy.
All right, have a good one.
Later.
Dice climbers, getting hype on the belt, roll the dice and we delve. Step to the table, ain't no pity self. Yo, the game's on money, long shot, and then the pump bounce from the wall. upcoming rain. Crowd buzz, let's rock down, tears on the rise. Back door pass, y'all dreaming out loud inside. Chasing, making, they take no disguise. Fortune cookie, live posh, devils rolling the dice. Dice grind up and come, no fear in the eye. On fire, building an empire, striking high in the sky. Bankroll, heart and soul, let the fervor ignite. Victory in the night, it's the candlelight. Dice grinders.